What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode, and today we're talking about the Kylin Network. I'm going to explain it in plain English so everyone can understand it and there'll be no more confusion around this project. So if that sounds good, let's jump straight into it. The Kylin Network has one simple goal, and that is to build a data platform that will supply and power all the data on the Polkadot ecosystem. Now remember, Polkadot is a platform that allows all blockchains to connect and communicate with each other.
NANI?
In general, all blockchains operate and communicate solely on their own. Okay, so they're isolated from one another. Polkadot is aiming to eliminate this problem and allow them all to connect and link together. So how does this relate to Kylin? Well, Kylin is an Oracle data system, much like Chainlink. And that means it will provide outside data to the Polkadot ecosystem from a variety of different data sources. This can then be used on the Polkadot ecosystem and network using in-chain smart contract transactions, thus benefiting all the blockchains that connect to Polkadot. So for example, in theory, you could transfer outside data to the Polkadot ecosystem using Kylin, such as account info, finance info, weather info, medical records, flight information, insurance information, etc. Any kind of outside data source can be transferred onto Polkadot and accessed, and this is done via Kylin. So Kylin is essentially the middleman between Polkadot and outside data sources. Now, any blockchain or application that connects to Polkadot and uses the Kylin network will have access to this instant, transparent and reliable off/on-chain market data and social data. Now, of course, this data is both private and public, depending on how the data is set up. Accessing and transferring and using all of this data on the Kylin network comes at a very cheap cost as well. So it's very cost effective thanks to the framework of the Polkadot platform. This means that developers and decentralized app builders can access and use this data at a very low price. And this is one of the biggest draws of the Kylin network, as most other similar crypto Oracle projects are more expensive when accessing and transferring this data from outside sources. Now, because of its cost-effective nature, Kylin aims to be a decentralized data source which developers will use over traditional centralized data sources. Two key areas that Kylin is focusing on in the crypto space is decentralized finance and Web 3.0. And it wants to become the main data infrastructure for these areas. Now, as you can imagine, these two sectors in the crypto space will require a lot of data sources and data transference in general to remain operational. As DeFi grows, it will continuously need new data relating to financial information, lending information, interest information, etc. This data can then be used on the Polkadot and Kylin network using smart contracts. With Web 3.0, which aims to replace all Web 2.0 centralized services, such as search engines, social media, websites, etc., you can imagine that is going to require a gigantic amount of data to remain functional. And this is where Kylin steps in to take over this tedious task. Now, the Kylin network token is known as KYL, and it's mainly used as a governance token. You can stake your KYL to support the Kylin network and help in fulfilling data requests and transactions. As a result, for helping and supporting the network, you will be issued reward tokens in the form of additional KYL. KYL can also be used to pay for transactions for data that is behind a paywall on a secure private API. KYL can also be used to vote for protocol changes and upgrades on the Kylin network. And of course, you can use it to trade, hodl, and invest in for the long term. Now let's take a look at some pros and cons of Kylin. Beginning with the pros. Number one, it's decentralized, meaning it's free from any centralized intermediary. Number two, it's cost effective and cheap compared to some of the other Oracle data services on the crypto market. Number three, it runs on Polkadot, which is one of the most popular crypto projects out there at this point in time. Moving on to the cons. Number one, it's still in early development. Number 2, Kylin still isn't very well known among many investors out there, so the project still has room to grow. And number 3, there are other Oracle projects out there trying to do the same thing. But what do you guys think of Kylin? Are you invested in the project? Do you hold any KYL? And would you recommend this project to friends, family, or work colleagues? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, as we've got some life-changing cryptocurrency videos coming out very, very soon. Don't forget to check out our crypto course down below if you want to fast track your crypto education. And if you want to learn about another cryptocurrency project, press this link right here. I'll speak to you in the next one. Take care. Peace.
NANI?!